Discovery, go and throttle up. All right. We should be ready for space news here. All right. Hmm. Let me get all of the links in for space news today. News cycles is actually a little bit bigger this time around than it was yesterday at very least. Got updates from Firefly, we got updates from Blue, updates from SpaceX, there's some Neuralink stuff kind of weaved in there. Okay, there's that. Got that. What's for dinner? I had a handful of goldfish for my lunch today. If you really want to know. Also, the reason why I got a handful of lunch, I didn't actually go down to the house today, like I said. The paint was dry on parts that I've been painting, and if we go into the shop, you can see that the Camaro has its nice headlight bezels done. Yeah, I told you guys I'd sand them down and paint them, and I did. The bezel and the bucket. See the headlights? Here, take a look real quick. I'll show you. Yeah, not bad, right? Pretty cool that you could just click a button and show the garage. I have other cameras set up in there, Jody. I can work on the cars and stream working on them, dude. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's an NDI plugin on another computer in the garage. Yeah, pretty sweet. Like, we could go full screen garage and just work. Done that in the past. The auto streams are pretty popular. They're not A game content. They're no modeling or space news, you know what I mean? But yeah, you should be. Yeah, the computer's over here. Yeah, see, I have another camera right there, and then there's another one over there. Yeah, all good. But yeah, I'm working on this white Camaro here, and the whole front was all funky. But yeah. All right, so let's get into some news here. So there's some kind of interesting news here. So there's a Bloomberg article that was released here. Check this out. In YouTube chat and you guys both brought it up. This Bloomberg article says that Blue Origin sustained failures in recent weeks of testing, including a factory mishap that damaged portion of a future New Glenn rocket. The long-awaited centerpiece of the Jeff Bezos-backed startup to push to take on... God, that's a hell of a sentence. Blue Origin sustained failures in recent weeks of testing, including a factory mishap that damaged a portion of a future New Glenn rocket, the long-awaited centerpiece of Jeff Bezos-backed startups push to take on SpaceX. Jeez. They must have cleaned that up before Tim was allowed to visit. Tim's visit was back in May, dude. So this was well before any of that happened. There goes the Mars launch window. Interesting. So this is the double-edged sword. We know from Timmy's video and from what we've been theorizing that Blue Origin is doing parallel development. Meaning they're starting to manufacture, for instance, this isn't an example, this is just an kind of a... This isn't what they're doing for sure, but just bear with me. So they'd start manufacturing fuel tanks for New Glenn before you've done all your testing, for instance, to make sure that that's the right design. You only do that if you're really, really sure. See, they're talking about two different things. Sustained failures in recent weeks. Failures, plural, including a factory mishap that damaged a portion of a future New Glenn rocket. Failures, plural. Interesting. I wonder what other failures. Maybe they didn't have good testing. What do they test down there? Well, we know they test the GS1 interstage and the GS1 engine section. We saw them do testing on those, so it's probably not those. They wouldn't have posted about it if they tested it and it failed, right? We haven't heard anything about the second stage. We saw the engines, though, in Tim's video. And we did see that they were making second stage parts in Tim's video as well. We haven't seen anything particularly pertaining to GS1 fuel tanks, except that they were making them. They have to have one fully assembled somewhere, right? If the interstage is in that level of development, and the engine section, the GS1 engine section and the GS1 interstage are that phases of development, where are the fuel tanks for those? Those were conspicuously absent. So that tells me that they were being tested. Could be second stage fuel tanks. We didn't see many of those either in Timmy's video. Granted, that video is from a couple of months ago, right? But taking into account that we haven't seen Blue test, I haven't seen anything with tanking testing posted from them. That's my guess. Like maybe a tank didn't pass acceptance testing or something. I don't know. I'm just taking a guess. Well done, Agent Dodd. Proceed to extraction. So Blue does have tank testing stuff down there. The reason why we probably didn't see any of that stuff in Tim's video is because they have two tall buildings that they have two tall buildings that they use down there. The T-Cat and the 2-Cat. Yeah, that's the names of them. So tank cleaning and testing, T-Cat for short, and then stage 2 tank cleaning and testing, which they call the 2-Cat. The T-Cat is right there. So that, if I had to guess, that's probably where New Glenn's fuel tanks, first GS1 fuel tanks are. And then the 2-Cat is over there. Second stage cleaning and testing is over there, just a little ways. So, considering we know that they're testing the interstage, they tested the interstage and they tested the engine section from Dave Limp's videos over here. They were being tested basically in this parking lot right here, right? And we know that tank testing is over there. That tells me that they had a problem with their tanks. Because they wouldn't have posted testing in the interstage, GS1 interstage and engine section if those were not working correctly, right? They wouldn't have done that. I think that's fair. And considering we can't see what's going on with tank testing, there you go. I mean, it's either first or second stage fuel tanks or oxidizer tanks, if I had to guess. I don't think the fairing would malfunction, but not ruling it out either. GS2 was moved to the pad last week. They have several GS1 tanks, with one of them already being used for fueling testing. When's the last time we saw any GS1 tanks, Thomas? Article says it was an upper stage drop due to operator error and crumpled. Well, that's a write-off. And there was an upper stage part that failed structural or something. Last time we saw one was in pictures under tarps near the factory, if I recall correctly. Blue Origin is doing Avio proud. Brings a tear to your eye. Hmm. 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 Well, if they drop the second stage, that thing's toast. I would not even bother. You just shock loaded a tank. Compression shock loaded a tank. Just throw it away. Build another one. Now, I know people are going to be like, really? You're not even going to try to fix it? No. No, I'm not. No. Dropping the tank wasn't part of your testing processes. Yeah, just scrap it. Make another one. Aluminum's recyclable. Go. I can think of several instances where dropped spaceflight hardware ended up causing real problems down the road because somebody's like, no, I can fix it. Or no, it's fine. Yeah, just bye-bye. Get rid of it. Junk. Are we assuming it's second or third flight hardware and the first flight hardware is okay? Well, from what I can tell here, it seems to be it's fuel tanks. We can't really say which way one or the other, but I mean, also the article says failures, plural. It very explicitly states that. So somebody dropped the second stage. They obviously didn't drop the GS2 flight 1 stage because we saw that get moved, right? We saw that get moved around. So we saw that. Yeah, that's right. We did see that. That's flight hardware. So my guess is stage 1 tanks did something they didn't want. That's my guess. Sell it to EJ to hold used motor oil. Yes. Link to the article. Read our article. If you don't, we're not going to allow you to read our article. Or pay for our article. If you don't, we're not going to allow you to read it. Did you read the entire article? No. I was making a guess. That's why I kept saying this is my guess. But you guys missed that part. Hey, Ren gifted us up to WW. Thank you. All right, here. You want to do it? Let's do it. Sustained failures in recent weeks. Okay. The upper portion of one rocket crumpled into itself, in part due to worker error. Well, it is being moved to a storage hangar, according to people familiar with the situation. In a separate incident, another rocket portion failed during stress testing, and another upper rocket portion failed during stress testing and exploded. No, it's fine, Forge. Well, in parallel development, you always have that. But repairs are underway, another person said, noting there were no injuries during either. The previously unreported incidents illustrate the hurdles Blue Origin is grappling with while ramping up production of New Glenn, which is 4 years overdue. At the same time, the new chief executive officer, Dave Limt, has hired a slate of executives to shake the company out of a years-long R&D slump. Rushing to meet a tight deadline for Escapade in October. Yep. New Glen's launch is roughly set for 2 months from now because at the time, Mars will be close enough to Earth. Yep, it's a phasing window for proper orbital phasing. That's what it's called. After October, the planets won't align like that again for roughly another 2 years, 26 months. It's not clear whether the recent incidents would impact the launch schedule. 2 mishaps involve hardware slated for the second and third flights of New Glen's. Yeah, test with the third flight rocket. Yep, see, it's parallel development all day. Which is supposed to happen after the October debut. A Blue Origin spokesperson said it's on track to launch New Glen's this year and is working hard to make that happen. Okay. I don't think it's GS1 stuff after reading that. Yeah, second stage tankage. Interesting. Do you think Max could get a few pictures of the aftermath? Max Evans? I don't know, maybe. I'd have to ask. If it's inside of the 2-cat, though, Milan, then we ain't getting anything. It's a closed building. We ain't getting any picture of it. Even the most successful companies often face setbacks trying to inaugurate new rockets. Bezos, the world's second richest person and Amazon founder, has been trying to get Blue Origin to orbit for years. Founded in 2000, about a year before Elon Musk's now dominant SpaceX, Bezos has bankrolled rocket and engine factories, sprawling launch pads in Texas and Florida, and hiring sprees that pushed its workforce north of 10,000 employees. Blue Origin has grappled with development delays, sluggish corporate culture, and explosive setbacks, including the recent episodes at its Florida rocket factory. The first of the recent cases, factory workers moved a large section of New Glenn destined for the rocket's second flight out of the Florida humidity and into an air-conditioned storage hangar, but they didn't properly monitor the hardware or have pressure release valves, and it chilled down to the point where it crumpled into itself like a crushed Coke can. Hang on one second. You're welcome. So yeah, that's not knew it was coming. I had to know, but I had to. I'm sorry. It was appropriate. I wish I had that like teed up so I could hit a button and it just pops up on screen. You know, like the bad day to stop drinking. All right. Factory workers moved a large section of New Glenn, destined for the rocket's second stage, out of the Florida humidity and into an air-conditioned storage hangar, but they didn't properly monitor the hardware or have pressure release valves, and it chilled down to the point where it crumpled in on itself. Oh my goodness, nobody hooked up HVAC to a tank. Okay. In the second instance, a portion of rocket meant for New Glen's third flight flight failed during stress testing and exploded inside of the building that it was in. Destructive testing indoors. Fellas, I'm gonna go ahead and say that that probably is not what they wanted. Yeah. Here. I'm gonna go ahead and guess it probably did something like this. And then it probably did something like this. You know, Windows. All right, no. Yeah, if it did something like that inside, you got a big problem. So that is from the SLS core stage hydrolox. The SLS core stage hydrogen tank pressure test. Yeah, where they basically filled the tank to like 300 times the pressure that it's rated for. They filled it with nitrogen. And left it like that and predicted its failure mode within like a 0.01%. They filled it up and they basically said after 3 hours this thing should explode, and then it exploded 3 hours later. It was actually a really, really good test. They basically predicted the failure mode perfectly, which is great analysis. Great analysis by Boeing, might I add. Yeah. With the help of Marshall, but yeah, pretty cool, huh? So, yeah, that means they were conducting a similar test probably inside of the 2CAT, which is that building over here, and it popped. Actually, the interesting thing is it probably looks very similar to this. Probably looks exactly like that. SLS and New Glen's are very, very similar in design. They're a friction stir welded aluminum lithium orthogrid design, so it's very similar. Also a hydrogen tank. That's aluminum, by the way. Doing that. That's aluminum that's about that thick, being blown out like paper. An aluminum tube. Actually, if you guys really want to know, this is a gigantic hydraulic press. They filled up the tank, they pressurized it, and I forgot to mention this part. They crushed it in a hydraulic press. Yeah, there's a huge press piece up there that'll just clamp down on this stage and make it blow up. Yeah. It was at like 300% pressure for 3 hours with like maximum compression load. Yeah. Pretty good analysis. Dumb question, where did the hydrogen go? There's no hydrogen in it, Pigeon. They were testing it with nitrogen. You don't want to test this with hydrogen, because if you did, it would explode. Yeah, but probably don't want that. Nitrogen is a good enough approximation to make it work. Yeah. Yeah, see, everything's fine right up until this point. Something like that, Wolfie. I forget the exact specifications to the test, but it was within like a 0.1% degree of predicted outcome, which is insanely good analysis. That's really good doing your homework. Like, you guys can say whatever you want about Boeing taking their time with that core stage, but that core stage performed flawlessly on Artemis 1. Like, flawlessly, like to the point where I'm totally confident in everything about that whole damn thing. Yeah, it did take a little bit of time. It did take a little bit of extra time. But that tells me that there are people at Boeing, at least working on the core stage, that really know what they're doing. The upper stage can't, yeah, nope, probably not. May I share a pic with you that you're proud of? Sure. Yeah, SLS's insertion accuracy was off by like, for Artemis 1, the insertion trajectory and accuracy were like bullseye, like about as close as you can get to a bullseye with a rocket launch. And it was that was on the first try, which is pretty cool. But yeah, if Blue had a failure like that, that's probably not good. I would seriously take a look at quality control at that point, because there's no way the engineers missed that analysis. That has to be fabrication. Let me put it to you like this: if they found a failure mode, I mean, see, here's the thing, guys. It really depends. It depends on the isolate, on what they were testing and why. So think about this. The stage is going to be under different amounts of compression load at different points during ascent, but that can actually vary. Your load on these tanks and can change. Ideally, you want to keep the same pressure the whole time, and that's what tank ullage is for. If you watch Timmy's videos, you saw them putting the helium, cryogenic helium tanks inside, and they had to get on the bunny suits and stuff. Those are ullage tanks. Those basically keep your pressure pretty with a really low. You have a really low pressure delta inside of your tanks because of tank ullage. So you really want to keep your pressure about the same, right? But you know, the compression can change depending on the trajectory and insertion. If you have a higher energy insertion, right, it could put more strain on the entire stack. So it really depends. If the tank exploded, was this a destructive test? Right? I can't imagine they would do a destructive test inside of a building. I don't think this was clearly NDT, non-destructive testing, right? And they found a failure mode in non-destructive testing. But usually, if you're doing non-destructive testing like that, it's either a qualification test. It's a qualification test, usually. I mean, unless they're doing parallel development, in which case that third flight stage is the guinea pig. But then again, once again, if you were doing destructive testing and it was for your third flight, yeah, that means you found a failure mode. That means the tank can fail under the right conditions in isolated use cases. Like, finding those failure modes now is a good idea. This happened with Vulcan. Guys, this happened with Vulcan. Centaur, they found a failure mode with the Centaur 5 that it could fail under the most strenuous trajectory insertions that they were encountered with Vulcan. And it did pop. It popped basically exactly like this article is describing. Only delayed them by a couple of months. Really not too bad. And that's ULA. That they don't have a 10,000 strong engineering force. So I'm guessing they found a failure mode in an isolated use case. In which case, as long as you can understand exactly what happened and then don't fly flight 1 on that trajectory, you'll be fine. I don't think this is going to delay Blue very much, to be 100% real. Now, the second tank getting blown away, yeah. Yeah, that second tank's junk. And the third tank clearly is not in one piece anymore. So, you might want to fix that. Basically, making tanks is not hard, and they will make more of them anyway. I really don't see this delaying them too much. But it really depends on your testing criteria for that tank. What criteria did it fail under? What test were you trying to achieve? Now, here's the thing, fellas. If it was acceptance testing, right? If it was acceptance testing and your first tank passed and your second tank passed and your third tank didn't, you got a big problem. Why? That screams quality control, right? However, we know that Blue is doing parallel development. So they're going to make 3 stages, get the GS2 first flight stage ready to go, and then use the third one as a guinea pig. ULA has done the same thing. They did the same thing. The Vulcan that they used for the wet dress rehearsal is not the second flight. It was not the first flight Vulcan. It was to be used later. So here's the other thing. Once again, if this third tank was your first tank to do acceptance testing and it popped, that means that problem is, well, the second tank is junk because somebody imploded it. That means that problem is going to show up with your first stage if you manufactured them the same way. That's the double-edged sword of parallel development, dudes. That's how that happens. But if you have flexible cohesion in your assembly process, because you have flexible cohesion in your assembly process because you're basically elastic, because you're doing parallel development. Parallel development basically makes it so you have to make a lot of stages really quickly because you need one to be your flight stage. Then you need another one to do your testing, and then you need another propulsion testing article. Like, you make a lot of them all at once. So it's reasonable to think that this is not going to affect them too much. What really matters and what we really need to know is the conditions for which that tank failed. That third stage might be a lighter variant. I would not be changing anything with stage design once you've locked it in. Hellfish, start manufacturing the design once you're confident it's good enough. And especially if you're doing parallel development, you shouldn't change much. Yeah. Like I said, it really depends on the testing criteria. Natch, what is this? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. You're getting real good at that. Getting really good at those maths. MacB, 43-month resub. Didn't Jeff say they deleted the ortho grid on stage 2 after upgrading the BE3U? He did. He did say that, Phil. Oh, if that's the case, frick this. This isn't even a problem. If that's the case, this isn't a problem at all. Yeah. Yeah, if they're making drastic changes like that, yeah, and he did say, you're right, he did say that. So if their third flight tank failed with the TCAT, in the 2CAT, it's because of that change, which, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, he did say that. You're right. Who cares? This isn't an issue. Non-issue. They were testing a new tank design and it failed. It failed in a way that they didn't expect it. It didn't expect it to. That's what happens. That's what happens when you do this, when you change the tank design. Interesting. All right, I've read enough. Yeah, I don't think this is that big of a deal. Yeah, I really don't think it.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
It was a new tank design. They found a failure mode in their tank design after they changed a fundamental manufacturing method for their tank design. In other news, water is wet. Next Starliner update when? No idea. Bet it would have been a cool video. I'm telling you, it probably looks like the SLS flight stage unzipping itself, if I had to guess. The SLS test article. Not flight stage. All right. Anyway, so I don't think this is that big of a deal. Now, that second stage thing, yeah, that kind of sucks, but this is stuff like this is the growing pains of trying to scale. It happens. Really don't think this is a big deal, especially because Jeff said they changed the design on the third tank. On the third GS2 flight stage. Whatever. Maybe someone at Bloomberg wanted to discuss. I don't think this is nefarious things on the part of Bloomberg, to be honest with you. It's most likely they don't understand the testing regime. I think it very much has to do with that. Anyway. So in other Blue Origin news, let's see, what do we got? This is coming from my buddy Gav. Gav is basically space offshore. He handles all the SpaceX and spaceflight Navy tracking for NSF. So what's Gav saying? Blue Origin's landing barge is halfway on the journey from France to America. However, the ship towing it has changed direction from Port Canaveral to Norfolk, Virginia. Weather guy here? Sure it's not avoiding weather? Probably going to guess it has something to do with this. Right here. And they're trying to make that break right there relatively calmer waters, if I had to guess. Like I said, yeah, most likely due to weather. Probably getting to the wetter part of the ocean. Oh yeah. Yeah, duh. Or something. All right, cool. Hey, GV, what's up, man? So, yeah, they're diverting because there's Angie Ocean down there. All right, I don't think that's anything big. Hurricane Ernesto also passed through the area.
I'm in space.
Hey, Poison, get themselves GV Wolf. Thanks, man. All right. Heck yeah. Okay. No problem. So, we're going to switch gears here. This isn't exactly space news, but it kind of is. This is Neuralink here. Prime study progress update, second participant. Last month, Alex, the second participant in our Prime study, received his Neuralink implant. The surgery conducted at Barrow Neurological Institute went well. Alex was discharged the following day, and his recovery has been smooth. With a link, he has been improving his ability to play video games and began learning how to use CAD to design 3D op. Frick you. This marks another significant step towards providing a high-performance interface that will enhance the control of digital devices for people with quadriplegia to help restore their autonomy. The overarching aim for the Prime study is to demonstrate that the link is safe and useful in daily life. As noted from our last blog post. In this blog post, we share updates from our experience of our second participant across 3 key dimensions to support this aim. From the moment Alex connected his Neuralink to his computer, it took less than 5 minutes for him to start controlling a cursor with his mind. What the actual shit? Excuse my language, I'm sorry. Within a few hours, he was able to surpass the maximum speed and accuracy he'd achieved with any other assertive technology on our WebGrid task. Similar to Nolan, our first participant, Alex broke the previous world record for brain-computer interface, BCI cursor control, on day 1 of using the link. After the first research session concluded, Alex... Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Look at the next line. Oh no. After first research section concluded, Alex continued testing the capabilities of the link independently, using it to play Counter-Strike. Oh no! I want to see it. I want to see the footage, dude. I seriously, dude, please tell me they show it. Yo, he's got aimbot. That's not fair. That's so cool. Push B, blitz, go, давай. Oh no. I'm already super impressed with how it works. Alex, Prime Study participant. Figure 01. That's so weird. Alex enjoys building things. Before a spinal cord injury, he worked as an automotive technician, fixing and tinkering with various types of vehicles and large machinery. Since then, he has wanted to learn how to design 3D objects using CAD, so he could work on projects without needing to rely extensively on his support system. However, the level of control offered by his assistive technologies made this challenging. On day 2 of using the link, Alex used the CAD software Fusion 360 for the first time, and he managed to design a custom mount for his Neuralink charger. Which was then 3D printed and integrated into his setup. We are working with Alex to increase his productivity with the link by mapping intended movements to different types of mouse clicks, e.g. left, right, and middle, thereby expanding the number of controls he has and enabling him to quickly switch between various models in CAD software. In his free time, Alex continues to use CAD software to turn his design ideas into reality. We hope that in time, the link helps many people create in their areas of interest and expertise, and we're excited to work with more people to help reconnect them with their passions. No, I don't want to see Fusion. Ah, here we go. Oh, he's playing against bots. All right, he's playing against bots. But still, that's really freaking impressive, dude. For what it is, that's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. Yeah, pretty good. That's pretty cool. Let's check the CAD one. Hold on, let's see. Let's see Fusion. This is very topical. Yeah. He's working in CAD. He just made a circle and he's going to use it to do something. Yeah. How in the heck does this even feel? All right. Windows. All right, so here. Put your hand up. Now move your finger. Like that. That's how it feels. Yep. That's the whole tool. It's the whole tool. You're a whole tool. Got him. No, it feels exactly like doing this, dude. It's the same feeling. It would be the same thing as you using your hands to use the mouse and keyboard. That's what Neuralink is connecting into. It's connecting into your motor cortex. So it's this part right here. So like where you'd have a headband right here, that's the motor cortex. So this part of your brain, this wrinkle in your brain kind of right here, is basically the it governs movement functions. So like walking, it's just any movement of muscles. It's up here in the motor cortex, right? So somewhere in there, there's a neuron that connects that you use to command authority of your pointer finger. And every time you do this, right, your brain's firing off a neuron that sends an electrical signal here and tenses the muscles. See? Click. You just we use very low voltage. Humans are very low voltage. So the same part of your brain that's doing this is what he's using to move that mouse. He's just thinking about moving it like you'd move it with a mouse. He's thinking about moving a mouse. It's weird, dude. Yeah, the only thing you're missing is the feedback. Yeah, exactly. The only thing you're missing is feeling it with your nerves. But he's thinking about, I want to move the mouse up. So it would be this, like if you want to move the mouse forward. Just thinking about doing that, which is very strange. Like, my brain is ironically having trouble understanding that, but I know what's going on. But still, it's like, how do you move the mouse thinking about moving a mouse? What the frick? What the actual frick is going on here? Do you have inner monologue? What do you mean? Not having sensory feedback must be so hard. Well, Geek, if you look with the hold tool, he's kind of moving it back and forth. That's probably it, dude. He has feedback. He can see what he's doing. We're talking about, well, not this sensory feedback. We're talking about touch, but yeah. Where you kind of talk to yourself in your mind. Dude, I talk to myself all day. What do you think? So I talk to myself all day. Actually talk to myself. I sit in this room staring at the wall the whole day. What do you think? There's like 8 voices going on up there, man, at least. So we know we are low voltage, so that's good. Has anyone done a study on the fuel economy of a person walking while drinking water? I don't know where I'm going with this. Well, Crane, there's this thing. Long story short, yes. See these nutrition facts here? See that? See the calories thing? That. Yes, long story short, that's what that is. That's what that means. That's energy. That's the amount of energy. Calories is a form of energy. In Europe, it's measured in kilojoules. Probably makes a little bit more sense, but screw them. Calories. Water has 0 calories, and cars don't burn oil. Does that mean that you don't have to put oil in it? Well, they shouldn't burn oil by design. Calories are better. Calories are better. God, you're spieling today. How many calories are in a gallon of gas? Gasoline, that would be energy density. So gasoline energy density. Gasoline has a high energy density with 47.5 megajoules per kilogram and 34.6 megajoules a liter. You're welcome. Yeah, if your car is burning oil, you got other problems in fuel economy. Water isn't. We don't just use water for energy. Water is used for other things with this. Like how, you know, yeah, you burn gasoline in a car. Gasoline is petroleum based, but it's not motor oil. You know what I mean? Same idea. This is just a biomechanical machine here, and it needs maintenance, just like everything else. Sorry, needs maintenance. Your ball joints wear out. The ball joints wear out eventually once you get old. It's the same thing with a car. It's not rocket science, man. Also, you don't grab goldfish and not eat goldfish. Also, This happened because I mentioned goldfish on stream once, and 4 of these showed up at my P.O. box. Yep. 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 So, while we're on the subject of energy density, you want to see something cool? So, what was gasoline, real quick? It was 34.6 megajoules per liter, or 47.5 megajoules per kilogram. Uranium contains 3.9 million megajoules of energy per kilogram. Yep. Take that for what it's worth. Relevant XKCD, baby. So we just eat uranium and you live forever? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. That... Something will happen. I mean, we compared it to gasoline, which you also don't drink. But... Oh, yeah, the uranium, you don't want to eat pure uranium. You gotta cook it, and you gotta refine it. You gotta strain it like noodles, and then it becomes uranium hexafluoride. And then, that's good. That's good. But that's like making a slurry, okay? You gotta cook it from there, and once you cook it, it becomes enriched, and then you'll get spicy uranium. La uranium pica mucho. Yeah. Do you bake the uranium before you cook it? No. Yellow cake for dessert. What is MSC? My summer car. Radar Woo. Yeah, don't mind the Cherenkov radiation. It's fine. It's just a blue glow. It's just it's for ambience. Okay. Anyway, super cool super cool. I don't know how we got to uranium from someone designing Infusion 360 with their brain, but that was a pretty awesome tangent. Not gonna lie. Oh yeah, there's the part that he made. It's a mount for his Neuralink. That's super freaking cool, dude. Alex also plays first-person shooter games, which generally require the use of numerous inputs, including 2 separate joysticks. Oh, yeah, it makes sense. Hired. Yeah. Frickin' console players. Frickin' controller plebs. Bro, mouse and keyboard. Mouse and keyboard is the way for shooters. You are wrong if you think otherwise. Yep, that's inalienable. That is self-evident truth. You're gonna try to shoot people with this thing. Have fun with that. Mouse and keyboard is superior on every level for playing shooters. Now, for playing a car game, the keyboard sucks. This is when this is warranted because of the dynamic input. All right. Anyway, 2 joysticks. Okay. Before receiving the link, Alex enjoyed playing these games using an assistive device called Quad Stick, a mouth-operated joystick with sip and puff pressure sensors and a lip position sensor for clicking. However, a key limitation of the controller is that it only has 1 joystick, restricting Alex to either moving or aiming at any given time. Oh, jeez. Switching from moving to aiming involves letting go of the joystick and then sipping or puffing into a separate straw to toggle the functionality. Now Alex is able to use the link in combination with its quad stick to move an aim simultaneously. Oh, uses it with the quad stick. With our first participant, Nolan, we observed a degree of thread retraction that temporarily reduced his BCI performance. Threads have stabilized and the performance of Nolan's link have since recovered, more than doubling the prior world record of BCI cursor control. To reduce the probability of thread retraction in our second participant, we implemented a number of mitigations. So, guys, threads are... No, not the stupid app. Threads are... So, like I said, motor cortex, remember? What they do is they basically sew a bunch of receptors into your motor cortex. That's what Neuralink does, okay? And remember how I said, you know, when you're moving your fingers, you're firing off neurons in your motor cortex. What these threads do is pick up that signal. They pick up on that neuron signal, and when a thread gets a detection of a neuron signal, it sends a signal up the Neuralink. That's what it does. Thread retraction is moving the threads. I would assume it's moving the threads. Your head is like, what the frick is this? Get it out of here. Obviously, it has to be minimally invasive, or else your body's going to detect something it doesn't like, and it will try to destroy itself. It's a medical science a little more complicated than that, but that's the gist of it. So it seems like they had some retractions, but yeah, it seems like it's okay. So here's the big thing with Neuralink. Even with Neuralink's high fidelity, like those really, really infinitely small threads, it's nothing to match the complexity of the neurons firing off up here. Nothing, not even close. Like we're trying to look at molecules that you'd need an electron microscope to look at with a freaking magnifying glass. The magnifying glass will help a little bit, but that's what Neuralink's trying to figure out. They're trying to figure out if you can make a thread that is high fidelity enough to be able to detect individual neuron firings and sequence them. Because everybody's a little bit different, right? You're a little bit different than me. We all learned how to use our hands differently. Some people learn to use their left hand. Some people learn to use their right hand. Another thing that Neuralink is trying to solve or trying to figure out is if I do this, come here. If I do this and you did the same thing and we both had a Neuralink and it mapped the sequence of neurons firing off from doing this, would they look the same? What's the code? Is the code universal between people's brains? I don't think it is. I really don't, because we all learned a little bit differently. It's probably similar. There's probably some uniformity to it, but yeah, that's just my opinion. No, I'm not a medical doctor. I don't know anything about this. You know, is the neurons to make you do this, right? Is it the same as somebody else doing this or this, right? That's the kind of questions that Neuralink is asking, if there's some uniformity to it, which is still really cool. But yeah, the threads aren't high fidelity enough to be able to even sequence anywhere close to the amount of neurons firing off when you think about like a potato. Seriously. You know how many neurons you're firing off just because I said potato and now you're picturing a potato in your mind? A lot. Like, think like a car engine going off, like there's a lot of neurons firing if you picture a potato in your head. If a couple had Neuralink, could they do it like Demolition Man? Neuralink is currently read-only, Dan. Don't remind me of that movie, dude. Don't remind me of that damn. I got that Polaris tweet. They don't even know how to use the 3 seashells. Anyway, cool Cool progress update. It's cool. Someone's playing Counter-Strike with their mind out there, which is actually pretty rad. I think what Neuralink is really gunning for, dudes, to be 100% honest, is a way to thread, like if, say you have your spinal column is like severed, like from the torso down, or even if you're quadriplegic from like here down, right? If they find a way to build a jumper for that right there, game-changing stuff. A jumper cable that jumps the damaged part of the spinal column. I do believe they said they're working on stuff like that. Elon said they're working on stuff like that, which is actually super cool. Yeah, you could, if you put that jumper cable in, right? And you can get the threads good enough to be able to interpolate the electrical signals that you send down your spinal column, right? Then you could pretty much get somebody who can't walk back to walking again. That's pretty cool, actually. Yeah, people, that would be the first thing that pops into my head. Yep. Yeah. We gotta get our boy walking around again, dude. Yeah, man. Elon! I want the Neo Neuralink so I can know Kung Fu. Like I said, it's read-only right now, Geek. They're just figuring out a way to be able to interpret the signals. They don't know how to write to it. That's about as fancy of a technology as beaming stuff in Star Trek. They're also working to return sight to people by linking a small camera to the back of the cortex. It's nuts. Yeah, Dan, he will. He will find a way. Right? Yeah, right 2 is a long way away, Booger. Yep. Oh, yeah, Scotty beamed you twice last night. It was wonderful. All right, we got a ULA Summer Interns video that they posted. Should get some cool views of stuff. So let's switch over to this video and see what's good.
ULA internships are 10-week internships where you can learn about the company, learn about the culture, and kind of what goes into the daily activities of an employee.
You get to do all the normal tasks. You get real assignments, real projects, really get in the weeds with a bunch of the other employees.
Most interns typically would do.
They can write. That's dude, that's so ridiculous, man.
Do one big project that kind of encompasses like what their team works on, as if you were working
future, dude.
And you typically get to take a lot of ownership in that.
I don't think there's a lot of opportunities where you get to work on something that you can actually see all the way through, and I think that's pretty unique to ULA.
Best moments that I've had, it's been the other interns. This experience wouldn't be the same without them, so I'm really, really glad that I got to meet them.
The wealth of knowledge at ULA is so vast. Super huge advantage of working at ULA.
It's such a phenomenal learning environment. Everybody here who works here is super knowledgeable in what they do.
The work that we're doing isn't just busy work. It's work that actually makes a difference in the company, and that's something that I've been able to see.
The first project I had was a study on sizing different thrusters for the reuse module. I'm taking a open loop trajectory and targeting it with closed loop trajectory and messing around with different guidance parameters, so that's pretty.
What a freaking nerd. Holy balls, what a nerd. No, seriously, that's super cool. I'm kind of jelly.
Cool as well.
It is incredible to be able to say that you work on a rocket and know that something you did contributed to a rocket being able to launch and go into space. We stand on the shoulders of giants when we, build rockets, and that's also true of code. Sometimes that code requires updates and revisions.
Look at that cable management, dog.
I spent a lot of my time on the development side looking at that piece of code, learning about it, and being able to take that and update it.
It's big enough that you can see the difference that it makes in the world, but then also it's small enough that you get to make connections with people who share that same core passion of space launching rockets.
It's a very thought out program.
Yeah, I know all about that.
And there's a lot of people that are working
PB.
on it to make sure that being here at ULA is going to give us experience, and it's going to have us come out the other side of the internship knowing more about what we want to do with our careers.
Word. Those were control boards, Tessa. Yeah, those were control boards. Yep. Remember, they talked about control boards? GSE for Atlas. Talked about the control board. They had an undervoltage. There you go. That's not the exact one. That's a control board. It's not a server rack. That one actually might be. Hold on. Yeah, there's switches built into it. But yeah, control boards, man. Can it run KSP? Huh? What? Can it run Crisis? Okay, next bit of news. All right, zippity doo dah, Dave. We got another video from Firefly here. Let's see. We're not just moving fast on our Miranda engines. Our medium launch vehicle MLV structures are also making strides. The team has taken everything they've learned from Alpha's carbon composites and scaled them up for MLV. He stole my damn name, by the way. I had a launch vehicle in Kerbal and I called it MLV. And I called it MLV like a year before they announced MLV. Somebody at Firefly watches this stream and stole my damn name. That's probably not how that happened, but I'd like to think that's how that happened. The first stage propellant tank is now on the stand at our rocket ranch and ready for development testing. Then we'll qualify the full-length structure next. Exciting times are ahead. All right, let's hear about them exciting times. Hey, that was Morgan. That was the host from Firefly's launch cast. All right. Very nice. How much? Co-located manufacturing and testing facilities. Go for hamster. Cool. All right. There's a lot of good stuff going on there. What diameter is that, fellas? Is that a 3.7? 3.7 meter. Tank test article. That looks to be 3.7. Like, or somewhere around there, 3 to 4 meter. They're pushing full-scale testing till next year. MLV needs to fly Cygnus in June of 2025, since that's when the last Falcon 9 contract ends. Is this in New Zealand? No, wrong, different company. This is in Texas. That's pretty dope. Yeah, 375 core diameter. It looks to be about the same as Falcon 9, if not maybe a little bigger. Is Armadillo Aerospace still a thing? No. Armadillo hasn't been a thing in a long time. That was, why am I blanking on the guy's name? The guy that made Doom. Carmack. John Carmack. Yeah, yes. That's a pretty high fidelity test article, guys. It's got the vent lines and everything on it. Nice. Yep. Using 2 cranes with a load spreader. There you go. Turn it vertical. 1 telescoping crane. You can always tell how big something is or how heavy it is. Well, you can tell how big it is because of the way it is. But you can tell how heavy it is by what crane they're using and the amount of counterweight. That's just a single That looks like a 4-axle telescoping crane. That tells me that that thing is superbly light for its size, which kind of reads because, you know... Hey, what kind of torque wrench you got there? Yeah. Is that a breaker bar or a torque wrench? Rock. Anyway, yeah, cool. So the woman that they showed in this, that's her name's Morgan. She hosted Firefly's cast, which is actually super. She hosted it with Das, which is pretty sweet. Please ask when you look at another man's wrench. I'm sorry. Sorry, what do you want? Okay, cool. Good stuff. Okay, little bit more ULA stuff, and then it's pretty much SpaceX stuff from here on out. So check this out. Take a look. Tori Bruno posted some pictures of them putting together or doing the painting process on a Centaur 3. So that's stainless here. Actually, it's applying spray on foam insulation and then painting it if you really want to know. Yep. That's a pretty awesome paint booth, I'm not going to lie. I don't hate it. It's pretty cool. Word. That's pretty neat, man. That's pretty cool. I'm sorry. It's pretty neat. You know what? You know where my mind just went, dudes? You know where my mind just went? This is bad. You know where it just went? What if I made... I mean, it's a rotisserie, right? It's a rotisserie jig. What if we made, with the welder, we made a jig to do that, but with a car and not a Centaur tank? So you could have a car, you drive the car in, you jack the thing up, you attach it to the thing, and then it could flip the car over. Buy one? Frick that. That's done with cars all the time. I know. I know that you can buy a rotisserie for a car, Hellfish. What I'm saying is, frick that. Why don't we make one? Why don't we make a rotisserie? It worked for Project Binky. They made one. Project Binky in color. Starring Nick Blackhurst. Also starring Richard Brunning and Rex Hamilton as Abraham Lincoln. Where's the video where they made the damn jig? Where is it? This is one of the gnarliest YouTube projects around, by the way. Just in case you were wondering. I really wish they'd give us an update, but it's okay. Yes, here we go. No, frick your Chevy. Get out of here. Hang on. We gotta find it. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna get the funk out. Watch.
Like Peter Falk was fond of saying, just one more thing. We often get asked about the jig, but sadly we made no plans for it. We kind of made it up as we went along. It's quite effective though, and it really saves a lot of backache.
Well, that makes life a bit easier. So, what we're trying to get at is these anti-roll bar brackets.
Yeah, Nick and Rich are pretty cool. All right, bro, I'm going to spin me car, mate. Why couldn't we make that? We could make that. I could land that plane. I could land that plane. Hey, listeners, what's up, man? Land that plane. Isn't that sick? They freaking made that. Like, bro, we could make that. That might be a little bit beyond what my technical expertise. You know what, man? Screw it. We should try. It'll be awesome. It needs an engine. It's got an engine on it. Can you imagine you drive the car in, you attach it, you know, an old car, you just make a jig to attach to the front bumper, and then, you know, just... You draw the plans, I'll weld it. Oh, I could make the plans. We could make this thing in Fusion 360 in like 2 seconds, dude. Not 2 seconds, maybe 6. You could shortcut a lot of it with a pair of engine mounts. Dang, that thing is cool. I love the click.
We often get asked about the jig, but sadly we made no plan.
Oh, that thing is so legit, man. Oh, it's pretty awesome.
Plans for it. We kind of made it up as we went along. It's quite effective though.
Our front bumper is designed to hold a car. It depends on the car. An older car, sure. The cars that we would be working on. Oh yeah, sure. Whose summer car is that? That's Nick and Rich's summer car. Also, up yours, Barry. I think that actually that doesn't say Barry. That says baby. Up yours, baby. It doesn't need to be that complicated. Basically, a starter motor and I think that's a windshield wiper motor. Looking at it, it's definitely a windshield wiper motor, dude.
Asked about the jig, but sadly we made...
Yeah, it's a freaking windshield wiper motor. It's a step motor, so you can make torque. Yeah, freaking windshield wiper. Oh, we could make that. We could land that plane. We could land that plane. Might need a lathe to make the threaded adapter right there. I want to do that to the Coronet. That'd be amazing. I mean, I could weld it. I'm pretty sure I could weld that. I mean, ish. Anyway, yeah, that would be a cool thing to do. Actually, doing it the way a rocket does it might not be the worst idea. We would need to make a ring right here that would pick up on the bumper mounts, right? And then using the rollers right here with the motor, you could just roll it around. But making a ring that would... It would have to be probably like 3 meter, 4 meter in diameter. Making a ring like that might be a little difficult. We could make it do this. You just make it, and then you attach the ring to the back of the car, with you just basically take the bumper off and make the brackets for the bumper, like on the Coronet, for instance. Take the bumper off, put the back ring on, take the front bumper off, put that ring on, and then you have to find a way to get it up on top of its rollers. We would need a gantry crane. The hard part would be finding the balance point through the long axis of the car. So we need a crane and a rotisserie. This is getting expensive. All right, fine. Why don't you guys just go and say you do everything? You shouldn't do anything because we have no pee-pee and we like doing things the hard way. All right? Yeah. Why don't you just go keep telling each other how much this can't be done over in the corner over there where I don't care? Just gonna make it myself. You guys suck. Make it off stream. Whatever. No problem. Check this out. Starlink installed on an aircraft carrier. Yeah, there you go. Pretty cool. Fine. I'll make it myself. So this is coming from Sawyer Merritt. The U.S. Navy has installed Starlink on the Abraham Lincoln aircraft carrier, enabling high-speed internet anywhere they travel for a fraction of the cost. The Navy said that it has dramatically transformed the maritime experience for sailors. The new system offers a reliable connection, boosting morale and enhancing work productivity. It enhances some type of productivity. Get your mind out of the gutter. Bro, you thought of it. I thought of it. Do not try to moral high ground me on this one. We're on the internet. Don't try to, don't get your mind out of the gutter. Yeah, okay. Anybody here that's watching this stream and tries to take moral high ground in that, regarding that matter, bro, you need to check, you need to wake up and look what stream you're in, okay? I was talking about LAN parties. You know, you could play Counter-Strike with your mind from the aircraft carrier. What did you think I was talking about? Gutter is one of the call-out positions on D Inferno. What were you guys talking about? No, the Navy installed Starlink on their own vessel. Oh, speaking. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes more sense. All right. Yeah. Guys, you know I have a ejsa.space/onlyvans, right? I have an OnlyVans. Yeah. Here. It's not safe for wrenches, though. Yeah, see, we got red and blue vans. We got vans with the hood open. You know, we got lifted vans that have had some work done with a rack on the bigger rack on the top. We have vans with the barn doors open. Look at that. We have vans that have been around the block a couple of times, but they're still good. You know, we have a box van. We have vans that bounce around. Secondary action. Do you have the A-Team van? Well, yeah, of course. We have vans that plow. Yep. We have surfer vans. You know, we have just plain old vans, if that's your thing. Conversion vans, a little more headroom. You know. What? How do I subscribe to it? Oh, mine's free. ejsa.space/onlyvans. Mine's free. It's free. It's free vans. I miss the racing nights. Do you want to bring back GTA racing? Where's the mystery machine? Yeah, that's a good point. That van looks like it's ready to settle down. GTA Racing never left, to be fair. No, it's only GTA Racing when I do it, geek. Don't be stupid. Alright, cool. Little bit of update from the Polaris program account here. After a pre-dawn run around the pad at 39A, the Polaris Dawn crew stopped by the hangar to sign the Falcon 9 booster that will launch them and Dragon into orbit. Must have been a hell of a run. Word. All right. Cool. Good luck getting the soot off your frickin' fingers. Anybody that owns a diesel truck trying to clean this, big pain in the butt. Being former Navy, I'd be jealous if I didn't know that was going to be mostly used by official uses and officers, and the rest would be filtered as directed by a bunch of Puritan boomers. Not touching that one, homie. Not touching that one. I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you're talking about. So in this picture, this was actually this morning because this coincides with SpaceX's Double Dragon picture from this afternoon. The Polaris Dawn Dragon is over there. See it? Second stage is right there. First stage is there. Just got to bring the transporter erector in and we're good to go. Oh, if you haven't seen that shot, by the way. Oh. Huh. Both of those dragons are used. They have both flown into space multiple times. That's the Crew 9 Dragon right there and the Polaris Dawn. This SpaceX tweet from this morning says that early this morning that thing was moved to the HIF. So it was moved at dawn. The Polaris Dawn capsule was moved in the early dawn hours to 39A, and then you can see it right there in the background, so we know this picture was taken today. Now we only need to know when their morning run was. Pre-dawn run. I bet you it coincided with delivering the capsule, to be honest with you. Yeah. Pretty cool, though, huh? Polaris Dawn is launching tentatively on Monday at 3:30 in the morning. Yes, I'm going to be here for it. Is it going to mess everything up? My sleep schedule? Yes. Oh, yeah. I'm not missing that. The Polaris Dawn mission is legendary, dude. If you guys don't know about this mission, there was a conference at 1 in the afternoon on Monday this week. Oh my goodness, this mission is nuts. Polaris Dawn will launch on Monday, and it's going to get inserted into a 1,200 by 190 kilometer orbit. 1,200 kilometer insertion from Falcon 9, first of all. With a Dragon capsule. That's MEO insertion with Falcon 9, which, that's pretty cool. From there, the Polaris Dawn Dragon will push itself up to 1,400 by 190. Skirting the bottom of the Van Allen belts. Actually going into them. From there, the Dragon will slow down a little bit at perigee and move to a 700 by 190 orbit. And they will promptly EVA out of the capsule. They will live stream that part. That part's going to happen a little bit later, not on Monday, obviously. And it will mark the first commercial extravehicular activity ever. No one's ever done that before. Yeah, they're going to exit the capsule. They're going to go outside, depress the entire capsule. 2 people are going to stay in. There's a crew of 4. 2 people stay in, 2 people go out. And then probably switch, if I had to guess. From there, Polaris Dawn it's a little bit, resilience is I think it's Dragon resilience. It's been hot rodded a little bit. It has a Starlink antenna grafted into the trunk. Not just any Starlink antenna. It has Starlink's optical antenna in the trunk of this Dragon capsule. What Dragon is going to do is when it's at 700 kilometers, it's going to point the trunk at the horizon and communicate via optical communications with Starlink. There is a Starlink antenna bolted inside of the crew capsule. A regular, like a plebeian Starlink antenna for you and me. It's just hot wired to a Starlink optical sensor instead. Yeah, that mission is going to be pretty cool. You should probably be here for that. Did they say how long the EVA was expected to last? No, but they're going to live stream it. And then from there, they'll come back down. It's a 5 to 6 day mission, so it's going to be all next week. And I don't care when and where they're live streaming it. Anything that has to do with it, I'm probably going to cover. Because that's absolutely absurd. That is an absurdly cool mission. Wolfpack, she's scheduled to launch at 3:30 in the morning. And, oh, wait a minute. It's time for Pupper Cam. Hey, get back here. Get back here. Hey, say hi to me.
Say hi to Daddy.
Hi, Titan. What is this?
Treat bag.
What are you doing?
Well, you could say hi to you, Titan.
Oh. Hey, get over here. Oh, yeah, now you're paying attention to me, huh? Now you're paying attention to me? I got a treat. Oh, yeah, sit. Hey, sit down. Titan, sit down. Sit. We're working on it. Hey, sit. I wasn't ready. Sit down, damn it.
Titan. Hey, sit.
Sit.
Boy.
Okay, up here. Get up here. There you go. There you go. Good boy. First creepers. How you doing?
I'm fine. We're on our daily daddy visit, and then...
Hi, Taito. Hey, come on up here. Hey, get up here. No, I said get... Man, don't you love your dad?
It's because Primo is the one taking him to training. That's why he's...
Get over here. Up. Hey, give kisses. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. But Mom feeds me. Mom does not feed. I feed him. Damn it.
Everybody feeds the dog.
It's ridiculous. Anyway.
Listen, if you came to training, maybe he would listen to you.
Hey, the door's over there. Go to the door.
Are you training me right now?
Yep.
What's happening?
Yep.
No. I don't want to know.
I have treats over there.
You're a liar.
There are treats over there. She don't listen to me. Nobody listen to me. I got more cracks than a freaking comedy show over here. I get no respect, I tell you. No respect.
You ate the last of the apple pie.
I did. You told me to.
Is that before or after I told you to eat the pizza?
No, that was the other night when you said eat the apple pie, so I did.
Oh, okay.
You ate my Toblerone.
Not all of it, and there isn't any left. I didn't finish it.
What?
You finished it.
I didn't finish the Toblerone.
There's none left.
You did.
I didn't finish it.
Yes. So is there some left or not? I'm confused.
There's none left. I didn't see it in the fridge. I assumed you finished it.
I have not touched that Toblerone since I put it in the fridge. When it was like a full Toblerone.
Maybe it is there. I don't think it's there anymore.
She came back from Europe and brought me Toblerone as a gift, right?
Okay, but if you put it in the fridge...
And then I put it in the fridge and she freaking ate it.
If you put it in the house fridge, it is now the community Toblerone.
That is not true at all.
It is.
What are you talking? Fine. So is the apple pie. The apple pie was fair game then, so you can't give me crap about it. Ridiculous. You see what I have to deal with here? I'm a hungry man. I need food. I'm a man. I have feelings. Yeah, I know, Titan. Send her back to the EU to get some more. Obvious solution. Yeah. No, come on. No. Love you. Ah, gross.
Taika, what are you so... Dude, this dog, I don't know, like, I don't know if it's because he's a working dog, but he, like, so he'll sleep during the day when we're both at work. And then I get off work, and he's like, all right, we're going to go outside for an hour, and then we're going to come in for a half hour, and then we're going to go back outside.
Who's training who?
I know. But...
He didn't do any of that crap when he was in here.
So maybe I just... But then I just feel guilty. I'm like, this dog needs to be, like, running around like he's a half Australian catalog, and I'm not giving him enough exercise.
He is a dog. He does not understand the concept of guilt.
I feel like maybe he might.
Mrs. Victory said, don't eat your feelings. Okay, I won't. I can't. I'm on a diet.
I don't know, because I slept all day. Like, dogs are only supposed to sleep 12 hours a day. And somebody wanted a worker dog who sleeps even less. So I'm like, if he's...
It's my fault. You see that? We're definitely married. It's my fault. Yeah, all right. All right. All right.
I don't know, buddy. I need more things for him to do.
Okay. You could go find a dog park.
He doesn't like other dogs.
You could go find the woods.
What do you mean? We determined we couldn't find a nearby place to take him.
There are woods, though. And there's also the beach. Hey.
It's sad to go to the beach by yourself. It's just like that. It's like Arrested Development where they're playing the sad Charlie Brown music. That's how I feel when I'm at the beach by myself.
Wait, what? I'd take him for a walk on the beach by myself.
Do you feel like Michael Cera in Arrested Development?
No, not at all.
You have the dog.
You could get one of those fast off-road RC cars for him to chase.
Oh, I thought I put like his blue ball that moves by itself on top of the fridge today, and now I can't find it.
It's under it's underneath the sill of the cabinets by the dishwasher.
How did it end up there?
I don't know. Must have fell off when somebody opened the door and ate all the Toblerone.
By the dishwasher?
I saw it underneath the counters, yeah.
Okay.
Either that or it got kicked underneath the couch.
I hate you.
I love you.
You know, some streamers, when their wife calls them, they goes, "Oh, it's my beautiful wife calling me." But what I get is, "What the hell do you want?"
I'm busy. I got stuff to do.
So
I am
do other
providing.
streamers.
What?
So do other streamers. Why not? Hello, beautiful wife.
All right, I'm doing that to you when you're in a business meeting, and we'll see what happens. You think I should just...
The difference is that you're always in a business meeting. I have times where I am not in a business meeting.
Not recently. Got him. Meetings all the time.
That's not true at all.
You could try a doggy treadmill. You were so sleeping in the garage tonight. Pfft, all right, whatever.
No, he knows I'm too desperate for human connection to let him sleep on the couch. All right, dog, let's go.
Bum, bum, bum. 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 Bum, 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 bum. Hey, I love her. Come on. She's awesome. What's up with my crap all day? Don't tell her I said that, though. Anyway. Probably fell off the fridge. Somebody trying to eat the Toblerone. I'm sorry, that pulled that one out of my tail. It's pretty funny. Oh, jeez. All right. So I got a little bit more SpaceX stuff here, and then there's that Rocket Lab stuff. I got that one, Creeper. Thank you for the link. I got it. And the oh no. No, no. Oh. That's pretty good, man. If you get it, you get it. And if you don't. That's pretty funny, man. Okay, anyway, let's keep going. We got more pictures from Polaris? Oh, all right. Well, we're on the subject. Our daily quarantine routine includes running around 39A, where so many historic missions launched. Yesterday, we checked in on our booster, second stage, and Dragon. We also signed our flight-proven hardware, a cool experience unique to SpaceX's reusable technology. Without missions like the Polaris program wouldn't be possible. Yeah, baby. Oh, dude, I would gladly go on a hike there. I wouldn't be able to run very far, but for those 5 or 6 seconds where it was like, it'd be, I'd feel invincible, and then I'd be like, just like that. Cool. That's when they delivered Dragon this morning. Sweet. 4th comment down. 1, 2, 3, 4. For those 6 or 7 seconds, I'm free. Will they have yoga pants in space? I don't know. An e-bike tour. Yeah. Yeah, Jim, it'd probably be something like that. How long is the ring road around the pad? 1.7 miles, so we try and bang out several laps. I could run around that pad. I could run around that pad. I could land that plane. I could land that plane. I'd probably make it about 400 meters and go. Oh, that's why you were asking about the... Okay. Next. This is also coming from SpaceX. Check this out. The 9th module for the 2nd tower has been stacked. We have 2 towers now. Oh, yeah. Sick. Oh, my frickin' wife's calling me. Oh, what? What do you want?
I just want you to know that there is Toblerone left and I'm having some of it.
Okay, that's fine.
I love you.
I love you too. See ya. Pretty funny. Oh no. Can't make that up, dude. That's my damn chocolate. Whatever. Whatever, it's fine. Revenge is a dish best served cold. Well, yeah, it was in the fridge, dude. She got you back. It's all right. It's all right. Oh, geez, I'm upset. Oh. I'm sorry. It's pretty good. Oh, jeez. So the second Starship Tower has been stacked. What are these other pictures of? That's the... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's sick, dude. That's so cool. This is getting out the pond. There are two of them. Run and take it from Brimo? No, no. I remember what we just said about running, Alex. That's... No, I'm good. Yep, there's the two towers. Oh, that's so freaking cool, dude. I'm sorry, that's so legit. It's a freaking rocket factory. Like a big one, too. And then here's a picture of the factory. There's the expansion. Dude, look at Boca Chica Village. You know what? I need to look at Google Earth. Welcome to Earth. Look at all the freaking trailers. Tiny homes, excuse me. You know, in another time, they called those single wides. Okay? Just saying. See, what I'm wondering is if I'm looking at this right, SpaceX has owned like an entire... Come on. Why are you so bad at running? Because I don't do it all the time. Dude, look at that. They've zoned like 2 blocks of residential. Freaking Homeboy's playing cities, man. Look at it. It's freaking city skylines. Bruh. It's freaking city skylines. That's what's going on here. Yeah, I know. It was already zoned. Yeah. I know. Fun fact, guys. Boca Chica Village was originally supposed to be a huge city. It was supposed to be a gigantic city. Look. See where they have that boulevard right there? The double lane boulevard? Look at the lines. They took the surveying points from it way back in the day. See that? That's definitely made by people. I don't know if you guys knew that. Is that solar? No, they took down the solar. This is all houses that they built, dude. Like, you could see where the original Boca Chica houses were, and then they just built a bunch more. Which is super freaking cool. Yeah. What happened? The project went bankrupt. It was supposed to be a whole community, dudes. And they only ended up ever building like 10 houses, like 1 row of houses. But you could see they already did the surveying with the land and everything. The Boca Chica Village was supposed to be like all up in here. It was supposed to look something like that. Yeah, including like the dock housing and stuff. It was supposed to look something like Port Isabel. Like it would have been housing like this too. Here is the zoning. Oh, thank you. Toll the road, man. Accept. There was a hurricane and it messed it all up. Thank you. Ah, that's familiar. 1 officer plus 1 family per house, 5 enlisted per single wide. Single family homes seems a bit inefficient for packing people into Starbase. They're tiny homes. Dude, I'd live there. My one gripe with this is that there's not really a lot of space for a garage. But these nope, never mind. These houses have garages. I'd live there. I could land that plane. Imagine you guys imagine the house builder that got this contract? Yeah, we need you to build like 50 houses. Yep. Brand new. Yep, we need you to build like all of them. Put some variations in there so they're not all exactly the same. But make most of them pretty much the exact same. Yeah, okay, cool. Yep, sweet. 20 million? Yeah, whatever. It's fine. Mary lives there. That's right. Yeah, I don't know which house it is, and frankly, even if I did know, I wouldn't point it out to you guys. Yeah, pretty cool. And then I think there was some housing over here, but that's long gone. Yeah. Super freaking cool, though. Creeper, how do we see the zoning on this correctly? Oh, never mind. Yep. That's what it's zoned for. Yeah, they do be playing cities, though. Yep, there you go. That's what Boca Chica was supposed to look like. A hurricane came. That's what it is, Adines, yeah. Look at that, dude. There's a lot of residential lots zoned right there. And look, dude, they even started zoning the next boulevard. See that? Even where the pads are. Look at the pad footprint. That was already a zoned lot. Look at that. And they're zoning their zone lots right up to there. I guarantee you they'll never do that, though. But like I said, big port right there. Commercial zoning right here. The bigger lots are commercial. Smaller lots are residential. It's freaking cities, dude. Plain cities, man. That's what it is. Yeah, that didn't happen right there. You see that? None of this happened. That's the Sanchez site, and then Star Factory is right here. Wonder if you could buy a lot in Boca. You can. SpaceX works with Icon. They build 3D printed buildings. That's right, Alien. They do. I remember that. Do you think that's what those are? No way. Those can't be 3D printed. I saw them doing 3D printed buildings down here somewhere. At least that's what I remember. Look, even in this picture, they're grading something right there. Yeah, see? Street View it? There's no way Street View is updated. Nope. That's going to be a strip mall. Star Factory is the big chunk next to Sanchez. Yeah. Yeah, all this is all zoned, dude. You can see the lines basically. That, like I said, they surveyed everything. Grading all of this, though, would suck. You would need to do a ton of dredging. But I do believe that they started dredging South Bay right here, and when the project folded, they were basically going to dredge it like Port Isabel. See? That's all human made right there. This was a sandbar. It looked like that. And then there's SPI right there. Same idea. It's so cool, dude. Freaking cities in real life. That's neat, man. I think that's super cool. $100 for sale on Zillow for $6 million. $6 million for 100 acres, dude. Believe that? Wow. Yeah, I wonder what that's about. Hovercraft landing pad. They use it to take workers from South Padre to the build site. No freaking way, dude. No freaking way. Hey, PC, what's up, man? Yeah, T-Man, that's awful. I wonder if they're going to extend this road. I would say from the grading stuff there that they absolutely are. Can you imagine if they pull through and they make all this? That would suck because you'd have to evacuate that every time a rocket freaking launches. Here you go. What the heck? Dude, I was out of the loop for Starbase updates for a little while, but now we're back into the thick of it. That's so cool, man. That's so cool. Oh, that's so cool. Can you imagine commuting to work in a hovercraft? That's awesome. What do these 3D printed houses look like? Hold on. Holy frick, those are 3D printed homes. Like these ones look very similar to what we're seeing right there. Wait, we got street view? We got street view? No, we do not. Dude, how many airstreams? How many airstreams are there? There are airstreams. That's awesome. And that's not a coincidence. They're airstreams because they look like starships. And you know what? It's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Airstreams are cool, man. And they look like starships. How much do you think that contract was worth? Can you imagine being the guy at Airstream that bagged that one? Yeah, guys, I got a new business deal. Oh, yeah? I think Elon Musk wants to buy Airstreams. Okay, how many? All of them. Okay, let's do it. Humble with the 10 bits. Thanks, man. Super cool. This game isn't realistic, man. The same house popped up 5 times in a row. It's not realistic at all. Those are all wood framed slab on grade. Yeah, those look more like regular houses. Yeah, okay, cool. Cool. That's super interesting, man. Cities 3 be looking real nice. Should be able to do this in workers and resources. There, I said it. Kill it. Kill it. Is that house just still chilling there? Remedios, that's right. It's not. You can't go down there no more. This picture's from June of 2019. Well, Well, that's that's a little different. Even this picture is old. 2021, this picture is super old, actually. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Shut up for a second. Nice. Nice. Freaking R series, baby. Well, that's a CL, but R series, baby. It's a nice truck. It's a nice truck. Freaking R series, dude. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. It's awesome. Look at this waste truck. New date for Polaris, 24-hour delay, also new video. All right, what you got? What you got there, Ben? Hey, Ben. Hey, Ben. 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 What you got there, Ben? I'm sorry, I actually really like this picture. But old Mac, it's damn right, dude. Meat. Ben. What you got there, Ben? Meat. Dude. Oh, what? Wait. Fellas, when did that get there? When the parking garage? Ben. Last couple months. It's a freaking park. Where did that come from? It grew like a freaking weed, and the house is still there, by the way. Dude, all right. I counted 74 Airstreams. Holy crap, someone made a killing on that deal, dude. Mac, I ain't no Mac. I'm a Peterbilt. Mac's better. That one's better. I want that house. Yeah. So you said that hovercraft goes from South Padre Island, right? Blimp. I'm telling you, you got to watch RDV Weekly to keep up. Oh, there they are. It's a campground. Oh, dude, these campgrounds must be mint, dude. Imagine towing the trailer in a boat. You got a launch right there. Hell yeah. It's probably a sweet campground. It's a KOA? KOA. Oh, yeah. That's a pretty big parking garage, dude. SN26 is a giant Airstream. Yep, yep. Yup. Is the parking garage? Yeah, parking garage is under construction in this picture. You can see it. Man, they build quick. That's ridiculous, man. I can't believe how fast it's going. Dude, I could sit here and do this all day. This is so freaking cool. Probably still not enough parking. I mean, serious, how much staff do you think is on hand at Boca Chica? It's got to be at least 4,000 staff, not including technicians, you know, like contractors and stuff. It's got to be up there, dude. Wait a minute. Is SpaceX grading more road? They are. Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, here we go. There's going to be more over here. It's enough parking that Highway 4 isn't laden with vehicles every foot. I remember that, dude, when there were just lines of cars parked out the front, dude. I haven't kept up with it in a little while, though. That's why I'm asking you guys all these questions now, because, yeah, there was a solar farm and a ground tracking station there. That's clearly long gone. Is the restaurant still there? That's a little different. Place is nuts, dude. I'm sorry, it's just crazy. The restaurant is still there, which is pretty rad. Yeah, there was a solar farm back here. No more. That's ridiculous. I can't believe that. Used to be an air separation station, too. By the way, the new engineering building has a big hallway the exact size of Starhopper. Seems like they're going to move it indoors in that, like that new Shepherd at Blues HQ. This building right here? Cool. We gotta get back into checking this every day, dudes. Like, really checking it every day. Because, dude, there was a time where you could not add an extra parking space at Boca Chica, and I knew about it. And then I lost track of it sometime last year. Yeah, when I stopped, they had just started building. The tents were still up. They just started building Star Factory back here when I really kind of got out of it. I don't know why, but whatever. It's crazy, dude. That's absolutely nuts. It's so cool. It's freaking cities in real life. I can't get over it. That's so freaking cool. Anyway. There's a triangular opening. This is from RGB. Google Earth is way out of date. I can tell from these pictures that SpaceX took themselves, dude. Unfreaking real, dude. What's the best place to watch a Starship launch? Probably South Padre Island or Port Isabel. I don't know, dude. I'd have to ask Jack or someone, or Mary, because I've never been here. Never been to this place. Hopefully that changes soon. Go to Mexico? Yeah, Mexico is right there. See that green? That's Mexico. This is the United States. That's this river right here in the Rio Grande estuary is the border. These places we went to were pretty awesome. Yeah. Yeah, NSF has a video about it, which is cool. Yeah. It looks like SpaceX might be grading this. They're grading that road. Actually, in this shot, that road is paved. It's paved. It's paved all the way to there. I wonder if they're going to follow through with the original plans. Wouldn't it be crazy to have Boca Chica Village built out? My only thing about that is that it's so damn close to the launch pad. I wonder if they'll build the road out and build more houses over here at an appropriate distance or something. Tim said don't go to Mexico in one of his videos. I would not be doing that, fellas. Yeah, I would not be doing that. Workers and resources, Boca Chica. They did add a tropical biome. Interesting. Matamoros is not safe. Yeah, I wouldn't be going there. No. Yeah, I wouldn't be doing that. Anyway. It's freaking cool, man. Freaking cool. What's that building over there? When did that thing spring up? It's like a freaking weed. And there's another tent over there too? Oh, it's there in that picture. Net 24th for Polaris. Yeah, okay. We got an update on the Polaris missions. It was originally supposed to launch on Monday, but now they're targeting Tuesday, August 27th for launch of Polaris Dawn, the first Polaris program's 3 human spaceflight missions designed to advance the future of spaceflight. The new date allows for additional time to teams to complete pre-flight checkouts ahead of the launch. Okay, cool. We got a video though. It's like weeds, but the good kind. Yep. Dude. I like that part. There's actually some pretty cool footage in there. What else we got? Let me scrub through. Let's see. Hey, baby. Wow, that's one piece? Holy crap. See, SpaceX has gantry cranes. We need gantry cranes in my garage. There's the heat shield over there. And then there's that panel piece. Huh. I wonder what that's made out of, this piece. Also, Dragon's bigger than you think it is. Look at the people. It's a pretty big capsule. Let's see, underwater. That's an L-39. You can tell it's an L-39 because of the way it is. See? The L-39. You could tell. I bet SpaceX would have a rotisserie. Use this one. Why? I'm working just fine with this. Hey, watch out. The mouse is always lurking. What up, kid? Ladies and gentlemen, a flock of seagulls. Dun 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 dun. Shake it down, bow, bow. I walk along the avenue. I never thought I'd meet a girl like you. Meet a girl like you. All right. With all the hair and corny eyes, kind of eyes that hypnotize you. And I run so far away. I couldn't get away. Now you got it stuck in your head. You're welcome. It's a good song to get stuck in your head. Sorry, it reminded me of a Flock of Seagulls video. Better to have that stuck in your head than... Oh, the video was muted, so the comedic timing is wrong, so.
How much do you think Microsoft Windows is worth?
Alright. Alright. It's worth $9! What? Alright. Dragon has changed compared to this old footage. Maybe. I just can't afford it. Zip ties. Zip ties everywhere. Frickin' Joe. I was about to like this, then I realized it's a tweet from 2019, so we're not necroing the thread. Oh, the cable management. The cable management is so good. Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Sweet. Valves. Lots of valves. Fueling? How many zip ties can you see in this picture? Yes. It's gonna drone ship land, Dinosaur. Firestone's first stage is gonna land on a drone ship, excuse me. There's something soothing looking at pipe work. Dude, even any machine, dude. Just looking at a machine with all the guts out like that, you're just like... Nice. 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 Oh, check this out, dudes. Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. Julia Bergeron posted this. She's an NSF contributor. She takes all kinds of pictures, and she's on the cast from time to time. Oh. Well, that solves that mystery. Yeah. That building's supposed to have doors. Yeah. Yeah, that building is supposed to have doors. That's not doors. That's the 2CAT. Blue Origin's second stage testing chamber. Oh. Doors that open like this, or like this, not like this. These are not the doors of a billionaire, geek. No, seriously, that's the 2CAT. That's supposed to have doors, and there's no doors on it because Julia happened to drive past the Blue Origin manufacturing campus yesterday, and it appears the doors on the second stage cleaning and testing building is now missing. This is quite likely where the test occurred. Can you explain the audio? Can you explain to audio-only nerds? Yeah, Moist. There were reports. There was a Bloomberg article that says that Blue Origin's Flight 3 New Glenn was being tested somewhere, and it popped. Yeah, what was supposed to be NDT became DT. Non-destructive testing became destructive testing. That building is supposed to have doors and a roof, and it appears to be missing. They're airing it out. Yeah. 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 Let me see if I can find a picture of that building. Here's an article from NSF here. Let's see if we can get some pictures. That see the big blue door? Yeah, that's supposed to be there, and it's not there. See this track piece right here? That's what it's supposed to look like. See the door? The door is not there. That's a big door. So that explosion was powerful enough. That tank, we'll call it a rapid tank delamination. It was powerful enough to blow the doors off the building, which is not great. Yeah, there's another picture from Max. Yeah, here, take a look. Yeah, see the big blue doors? The big blue door is supposed to be on the track right there, so it can open and close. That's not there. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, that's not there no more. That's not good. So what genius thought it would be a good idea to set off explosions in an enclosed space? I'm pretty confident that it was not supposed to do that. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. The blue door, yeah, the blue door got towed outside of the environment. Yep. Yeah, one blew up. Yeah, one blew up and the other one got crushed because it imploded because they let it bake out in the sun and then brought it inside where it was air conditioned and it did a Mythbusters. It imploded. Yep. Okay. Okay. The blue door blew up. It is blue. It is still, yeah, it is indeed blue, and it did blow off. So it's blued. It's blue cubed. You could say the door blew off. Yes. Yes, it blued off. Should I reply to Julia with this? Should we reply with that? I'm waiting. If you say the word, I'm going to send it. Do it, you won't. Oh, it's been sent. Julia's probably like, what the hell is EJ doing? Okay. Hit enter, you cap. I did hit enter. It's there. Look. F-32? Why is it recommending me a frigging Yankees game? Ugh. Elon, what are you doing? I clicked it. I clicked it. I'm sorry. Oh. I clicked it, guys. Hired, thanks for the bits. I'm proud of you. Thank you. Because it knows what's good. You shut your mouth. They're in second place. Who are the Guardians? It's the Cleveland Indians, man. I clicked on the F-32. I'm not in the exhibit. I am merely observing. We are observing right now. That's all we're doing. It is pretty funny though. I mean, to be fair, there is such thing as an F-32. I just showed you one. To be fair. Sorry, it's pretty funny. Also, frick the Yankees. High five! As a former Clevelandite and game goer, I'm appalled. By what? Why did you live in Cleveland? I can't help but notice you don't live there anymore. Is that because it's Cleveland? Frick you? Wait, we fricked the A. We were just agreeing on something. Wait a minute. Why are we not agreeing? Why are we not agreeing anymore? Guys, I have to hate Ohio. Have you seen where my wife's from? I have to hate Ohio. I'm sorry. Like, sorry. You're from Cleveland. Why? We don't have to hate each other. I don't hate you. I live in Ohio. It's fine, but I can't recommend it. It seems like an okay place, but I have to hate it. My wife's from Michigan. I have to. Like this is not a choice. It's like because she lives in Boston now, she has to hate the Yankees. I'm sorry. Some things are just out of my control. Okay? What's the Burgernator here? Oh, wait, no. That's Chris B. What's the Hamburgernator? Yeah. How do you hate something that doesn't exist? Looks like NASA is still not sure about the heat shield. They're requesting more data somehow. NASA wants clarity on Orion's heat shield before stacking the Artemis 2 rocket. Maybe? You know what? I'm not going to read the article. I'm not going to give an explanation. All I'm going to say is that maybe you should test it more to make sure that the heat shield doesn't do this again. Maybe you should, if you launched it more instead of less, you probably would have found these failure modes earlier in development. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. No, I'm not apologizing for it. It's a good capsule. It's a good design. Fly it more. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's almost like we had a vehicle that was designed to launch this so we could test it a lot and do missions like Polaris Dawn with it before, we sent people in it to the freaking moon. Launch it on Vulcan in place of Starliner. You know what? Newglands with an Orion on top of it would be pretty useful. That would be pretty useful. We should do that. That's a good idea. A Newglen's upper stage on Falcon Heavy? Why not just put a Newglen's upper stage on Newglen's? Why would we do that? Just put it on Newglen's. Wouldn't Newglen's be a bit overkill for Orion? I still think that Orion could launch on a ASDS landing Falcon 9. It would just need to use its service propulsion system to do orbital insertion. You'd need to use the SPS, but you have an SPS, so you can. Everyone's like, no, Falcon can't move Orion into low Earth orbit. I'm like, yeah, I know. But it has, you have a third stage here when you launch Orion. It's the service module. Put it on New Glenn. Screw it. I'm telling you, put it on New Glenn, put it on Falcon 9, put it on Vulcan, put it on all three of them. Screw it. But scaling it Orion's industrial base at this point is going to be extremely difficult. Yeah, it's great. Anyway, all right. It's 8 o'clock, everybody. I think that's good. I think we're good. We had 2 hour 30 from Space News there. Do you guys hear that? You guys hear it? Oh wait, no, not that. No. No, not that, even though that's kind of funny. But... Give me one moment. No, not that one. Have you looked at Starbase in Texas and American Truck Simulator? No, Lady Warrior, but I know it's there. Guess what time it is?